Hi friends, welcome back to Farm Girl Diaries. I will be honest, I didn't feel like shooting a video today, but I kind of got some inspiration, so we're going to do it and we're going to do something cool together. So I'm someone that's been trying for a couple years to get into herbal medicines, and I think it's a slow process, first of all. And second of all, there's so much in the herbal medicine field that I want to learn, and I just don't know where to start. I have books and I've done all the research and stuff, and today was not a day that I wanted to do anything with herbal medicine. But things don't wait for me to feel ready for them. So right now it's spring, it's April 2nd, and so hopefully this should be going on, I would think, in many households across the country, is we have weeds popping up, spring is here, the weather's warming up, and we have weeds popping up. However, a lot of those weeds are actually medicinal, beneficial weeds. So I want to show you 3 of the weeds that I have. I only actually knew about 1 of them. 2 I just found out about this weekend. So I thought this would be great information to share to show that the weeds we have are not always necessarily considered weeds, but they can be useful, medicinal, and edible. So let me show you what I have going on here. So look at that big old patch of dandelions. It is in my garden bed, and my garden bed needs cleaned out from winter, but that is a massive patch of dandelions. But dandelions are actually super, super useful. So not only can you take the bloom, and last year I took a lot of these dandelion blooms and I made them into a dandelion jam or dandelion honey, and they tasted a lot like honey. So I've actually been using my dandelion jelly as a honey replacement, and it actually has a little bit of a lemony flavor. So I still have dandelion jam on my shelves, or I would be doing this, and I still might do this later on. But a lot of these herbs I'm going to talk about today, or all of these herbs, this is the prime time that they're blooming. So you could think, I want to do this, I want to make dandelion jam, I want to do X, Y, Z, but you need to do it while the things are blooming, because weeds, while they're weeds, they still have their bloom time, and dandelions for me are gone normally by the end of June, if not before. So don't waste any time thinking that you don't want to do this. But dandelion blooms are really great for this dandelion honey. The dandelion weeds, and I'm honestly going to save this plant because this plant's huge. The dandelion leaves have so much beneficial properties to them, as well as the roots. You can actually dig this whole plant up and save this whole plant. Dandelions are good for helping to fight cholesterol, helping lower blood pressure. They've been shown to help aid with cancers, helping to fight inflammation, aiding in weight loss, helping with diabetes. They cleanse the liver, reduce liver damage, help with UTIs and digestive issues. I mean, they're really kind of one of those miracle plants that you can do so many things with. So, what I'm going to do with this plant is I'm going to harvest a lot of these leaves, and I'm just going to hang them to dry. You can put them in a dehydrator, lay them flat on a baking sheet, but I'm going to harvest these leaves, and I'm going to leave these leaves to dry. And same with the dandelion heads. Dry them completely and then store them in a jar. And that way you don't really have to mess with them right now, but when you are ready to mess with them, you have them ready to go. So you can make salves, tinctures, all kinds of stuff with these ingredients. So if you have dandelions in your yard, make sure they're in a place that no animals are peeing on them. I have a couple in this yard here, that's where my dog goes to the bathroom, so we will not be picking those. But any clean ones, go ahead, pick them, hang them up to dry, and then you can use them for a whole bunch of medicinal properties later on. Salves, tinctures, balms, lotions, the whole 9 yards. So I'm going to pick these. I'm not saying I'm going to make these right now. Everything has to dry first. And you actually can use these fresh. You can eat dandelion greens fresh. I don't want to do that. I'm too chicken to do that yet. One day, maybe I'll do that. But right now I'm too chicken. But when we decide to start moving forward with this, I will bring you all along and we will do this together. This is the next weed that we have. This is called red dead nettle. So it's not to be confused with stinging nettle. Red dead nettle has these really pretty purple flowers that open up on them. Red dead nettle. Now, red dead nettle for me was one of those things. I thought it was a complete and total weed. So I've been yanking it. It's been filling my garden beds, and I've been yanking them up. And I've been yanking all of these weeds out of the garden, thinking that they were just weeds taking over my garden. But they are incredibly medicinal. So I'm going to do the same thing with these guys as well. I'm going to pick a whole bunch, hang a whole bunch to dry, and then when I have time, I will make something with them, balms, tinctures, etc. But I did some research on red dead nettle. So this is another one you can eat in salads. It's supposed to have, I believe, a peppery flavor to it. Oh no, that's a different one. That's the next one. This one has a strong taste, so it says use sparingly. This is one that if you're out and about and you get a bug bite, a sting, this is one of those ones you can macerate, so you can chew it in your mouth and then use it as a poultice out in the field. So take the leaves, chew them in your mouth, and then put it on your bite, and it will help with your bite. So if you're out in the fields working right now, or hiking or whatever, this is just one to have kind of in your back pocket, so you can impress all your friends and family. If someone gets stung and you don't have anything, this is something that can help aid in that sting. Red dead nettle, the medicinal uses, because I did just look this up. And I could repeat this. I could memorize this and repeat this too, but I will mess it up. So we're just going to read off of my phone. It has astringent, purgative, diuretic, and diaphoretic properties. It's also anti-inflammatory, antifungal, and antibacterial. So, I think that's fantastic. And it also helps like purify your blood, cleanse your blood. So if you're lucky enough that this plant is growing in your garden beds, don't just pick it, pull it, and throw it out. Hang some of this up to dry, put it in a dehydrator, put it on a baking sheet to dry, and let this dry out, and then put it in a jar, and then later, like I said, this is what I'm going to do, and then later we're going to do something with this together. But this is a good way, a good free way to build up your herbal medicine cabinet without spending a lot of money. I have is called cardamom, and it's actually a member of the mustard family. This is the one that you can eat in salads, and it actually tastes a little bitter. It's a little windy now. But this is the one that you can actually eat in salads, and it has a really peppery taste, almost kind of like arugula, from what I've been told. I haven't eaten it yet, but let me show you I got a nice decent patch of it. So this is cardamom. It's actually like a really pretty flower. I got a decent patch of it. So, cardamom is good in salads. You can eat it raw. Like I said, it has a peppery taste, but its medicinal uses, you can use both the leaves and the flowering plant, are anti-rheumatic, anti-scorbutic, I think I definitely said that wrong, anti-spasmodic, carminative, digestive, diuretic, and a stimulant. I don't know what any of that means. They're used internally in the treatment of chronic skin complaints, asthma, and hysteria. Another name for it is bittercress, and this is where I actually want to use it. I didn't actually find too many super like medicinal preservative ways to use this. However, I think to throw it in salads would be a good thing to do. It says it's loaded with vitamin C, antioxidants, beta carotene, calcium, magnesium, and sulfur containing compounds that will help boost your immunity system. So, we're going to be taking some of this and somehow throwing it into something to eat, because this is an incredibly beneficial property. So I definitely want to make sure it's free. It's coming up in my yard. I don't have to do anything with it. And I'm going to mow tomorrow, so it's going to be gone tomorrow. So I want to get this picked. Okay, I just had a little heart-to-heart with myself off of camera. So I want to do all these things. I want to preserve the herbs. I want to do all the things. But when it comes to actually trying them and tasting them, I do get afraid. So I was like, first I'm like, just make the video, and then, don't try it on screen, try it later. And I honestly probably wasn't going to try it. So I just made myself try this cardamom. And I ate a little flower pod. Seems weird, but we'll do it again on camera. True if I die. Someone look into diabetes on the poisonous. I've done a lot of research on 90% positive this is cardamom. I actually feel better now that I tasted it, because it does have that peppery taste, so I'm now 95% sure it's cardamom. Definitely has a strong pepper taste, so I would use it. It really, really reminds me of arugula. So just use it sparingly. But I 100% think this would be a fantastic addition in a salad. Now that I've tried it, I would 100% not cut this down, and then just go out and harvest it like an herb, because it does taste. Let me try a leaf. I'm just like gnawing on weeds on camera. Isn't that fun? Yeah. So I thought maybe just the flower head would taste like pepper. But the leaves do too. And some of my leaves aren't quite open. Also hoping I don't have an allergic reaction to this. These are the things I think about before I eat plants from the yard. But cardamom, it's good. I didn't take all of it, so hopefully I can have some more, and I'm going to make a salad this week, and I'll add this to salad, because I think, again, as long as this hasn't killed me. I shouldn't be saying that as I'm telling you guys to go pick this stuff, so I hope you guys realize that I'm kidding. And, I don't know, I hope you guys realize that I'm kidding. Anywho, I digress. So I picked that, which is fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick some dandelion and some red dead nettle here by the end of the day. And again, I'm just going to hang it up to dry, and then whenever I feel like it within the coming weeks, maybe not even until next winter, honestly, dry it, put it in a jar, and then don't worry about it until you have time. Which for me, I have time in winter. But this is a great thing. And just take 5 minutes, preserve it, get it, preserve it, and then when you have time, you can turn it into anything. Soap, salves, balms, you name it, you can do it. So for a quick impromptu video, I hope this is useful, but also I hope this encourages you to not just look at the weeds, to try to look at weeds and see what their medicinal properties are, because so many of our weeds are actually incredibly medicinal and incredibly useful. There's not many things that are put on this earth just to cause us grief. So once you kind of see the benefits of them, see what they bring to the table, see how you can use them in many different ways, either in food usages or in medicinal properties, then you can kind of figure out, is this really a weed, or now are you happy this is grown in your yard? Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you on the next video.